Second is education, and we're challenged here as well. With declining state revenues, how do we continue to fund education at the levels that we have been? And just like in all of our businesses, as educators, every educator in this room is having to figure out how do we do what we need to do with less dollars, do it more efficiently and more effectively. My sister, who was a lifelong educator in North Carolina, has spent the last 3 years as the Associate Commissioner of Schools for the state of Kentucky. And her assignment for those 3 years has been to take the lowest performing schools in that state and figure out, with no increase in revenue and no increase in money to fund those schools, do they get better outcomes for kids? And they're figuring it out. Has to do with technology, has to do with teacher-child ratios and relationships, the role of parents in the process. But there are answers to the challenging questions that we face, and this governor is committed to helping us figure that out. You're going to see in the short session, I think, from our governor and our legislature, a real focus on education as we not just deal with the compensation issue for teachers, which is an issue, but we look freshly at the whole education system and how we can improve it for our children. Education has been an advantage for North Carolina, and we need it to continue to be. A very important tenet for economic development. You're so blessed to have Appalachian State University in this region. You're also blessed to have strong community colleges, which are a very critical part of North Carolina's recovery. As I talk with companies about coming to this state, one of the things that always stands out in those conversations is the opportunity for customized training through our community college system, the opportunity for apprenticeships through our community college system. It stands out as an absolute advantage for the state of North Carolina. On the road trip up here, I talked with a firm that is seeking to relocate from Ohio, and I think we've got a really good chance to get them in North Carolina, just a few miles outside of Blue Ridge's service territory, but close enough to get some of those folks living in your service territory. And one of the things the guy said to me was, I can't believe the customized training that you've proposed to do for us. Nobody's talked about it in those terms. So education for us is K through 12 and community college, our university system. And then I want to remind you that we have a responsibility in this state also for lifelong learning. Now, I'm 55 years of age, proudly, 56 years of age, proudly. And I remember when I started with Duke Power at age 21, when there were qualified benefits plans. Does anybody remember what those were? And you had to fill out the paperwork. When do you want your retirement payout? Man, I picked the earliest age on the sheet, 55 years of age. And here I am, nowhere near to slowing down, and that's true of most of you in this room. But we're having to train and retrain for new work, learn new things, and so that training continues. So our universities are finding themselves in an adult learning capacity, right, that we probably didn't imagine 25 years ago. So the continuum of learning continues, and all of that's important for economic health. Particularly in the rural regions of the state, connectivity has a lot to do with that learning capacity as well, and we'll talk some more about that.